Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Apollo Justice. This is walkthrough episode 36, the Cosmic Turnabout, with a new attorney because Apollo Justice is now AWOL. After the incident where the bombing occurred in the past, now the courtroom is all in shambles, and, well, the case was not solved yet. So this entire case is about an astronaut that stabbed Apollo Justice's best friend, and we're going to figure out what happens from there. Your first like goal is 100 likes. Let's try to get those likes up. And last time it took you guys 2 days to get another episode. Let's see if you guys are able to get another episode tomorrow by getting 1,000 views by 7 in the morning, which is when streams are set up. Also, thank you to our newest Ultimate Lisa, as well as Red Hood became a veteran last night, so thank you guys so much for your support. The channel would not do well without your financial backing, so thank you very much, guys and gals. Alrighty. So, we are going back to the, the Cosmic Turnabout Day 1 investigation. So this is the investigation. Okay, so we're on the Cosmic Turnabout Investigation Day 1.
I'll have to go. Since I was getting you up and starting the newsletter and doing everything else, I have to do everything else that I didn't get done since I was making sure you were here.
Okay. Alright.
Maybe if you had an alarm clock, I would be able to actually have everything I needed, but one of my duties is to literally...
Alright, so we need to interview the, I already forgot his name. I think his name is Starbuck or something like that. Yeah, the bummer astronaut, that's right. Do we have anything in our court record before I talk to this guy? Let's see what we still have available. So we still have everything that Apollo Justice had before the thing blew up. So we have the utility knife, we have the bombing report, evacuation report, launch pad, door, security video camera, and the autopsy for Terran. So, and this guy basically was a surfer dude. Alright, the case. So, you have no memory at all of the incident. I'm sorry, I'm so ashamed. My memory of the time is black and clouded as dark nebula. Still, it's strange you don't remember a thing. Are you sure you didn't take on those anti-anxiety pills like they said at the trial? You got it wrong! I told them during the investigation too. I don't know anything about any drugs. I never took any medication, I swear. It is true I developed a fear of space because of what happened 7 years ago, and I was taking medication secretly every now and then when my anxiety got real bad. Having a fear of space is not something an astronaut can brag about, you know? Oh, so that so-called Hat 1 miracle. That must have been a terrifying experience, actually. But I'm still an astronaut at heart, come what may. I would never take drugs that might impede my performance just because before a launch. That launch meant everything to me. It's more certain than the theory of relativity. So he seems like a completely different person than he did yesterday. This is the face of an astronaut I know.
But the tranquilizers were found in your system.
Yeah, I see. That's the thing. But I don't know why. I'm done for. If you didn't take them, then maybe somebody slipped them to you? Exactly. That's what I thought. It must have been the real culprit. My medication was in my locker and anybody could have gotten their hands on it.
Maybe the real culprit also planted the detonator switch in your pocket.
Yeah, that's gotta be it. I've been framed, you hear me? I'll say they managed to plant your prints on the switch before slipping it in. It's a real possibility. Do you remember anything else that might be relevant for us? Anything at all, no matter how small. Like, about the murder weapon, for example. That knife. I think it came from the Space Center's utility kits. Utility kits? Yeah, staff who works on machinery are a lot more given these special little tools. All the technicians must have them, so I doubt you could prove whose knife it is. Okay, so technicians have the utility knife. Okay. Alright, the Hat One Miracle.
Thank you for doing the newsletter.
Thank you for streaming. As I recall, your last trip into space was 7 years ago, correct? That's right. It was a pretty rough experience, actually. During that mission, we had all kinds of problems with the craft. You did? What kind of problems? Power failure, oxygen leakage, busted radio, cracked windows, loose control columns. The heat shield came off as we entered the atmosphere. I thought I was a goner, but I managed to make it somehow with the popsicles and ice packs from the freezer.
No wonder they dubbed it the Hat One Miracle. It's a miracle you made it back.
Space is a boundless place. That's why it continues to capture people's imaginations. But the vastness of space shows us how insignificant we are in the scheme of things. The darkness just goes on forever, and ever, and ever, and ever, without end. There was nobody else here. Nobody was gonna come save me. I was all alone.
Okay.
All alone, with nothing to listen to but the sound of my own breathing and heartbeat. I kept scrambling to make repairs, but I couldn't keep my hands from shaking. Nobody asked you about the incident. An experience like that would make anybody afraid to go back into space. Okay, outer space. Thank you very much, Justo Kenobi, for the super chat. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Justo. You're breathtaking. Is everything okay?
I just have to adjust the things.
Sorry. It was hot. Okay, Justo's Kenobi's. Thank you, Luke. Justo Kenobi's super chat says, Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection drops tomorrow.
Yep.
It's better than Dark Forces. You could stream the Rise of the Empire campaign, says Justo.
I will be doing the Battlefront game, so don't worry about that. I was hoping to do it today, but I just didn't have time to secure an early copy, so. But appreciate that, Justo. Thank you. No, I had to deal with that computer company. Just like I was dealing with the computer company before I came down.
I know. I'm sorry I got you up late.
No, you didn't get me up late. Okay. I woke up at 3:45.
With the experience you had, weren't you dreading this mission?
What? No way. Of course not. Probably. Even now I want to go into space so bad I can barely stand it. I want to shake off my Earth's gravity and escape velocity and spin around weightless.
But you have to admit it was pretty harrowing. Weren't you even a tiny bit afraid?
I was afraid. Of course I was. Still am. But space is man's final frontier, an unknown world. The cosmic truth is out there waiting for us somewhere. The cosmic truth, huh? I guess there are people looking for the truth in every walk of life. No matter how afraid I am, I'm sure I can manage. If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight. One thing's for sure, Mr. Starbuck's passion for space is undeniably the real deal. Okay, the victim. Alright guys, you're at 75, good job. The victim, Clay Tarrant, he was kind of your protege, wasn't he? Well, it wasn't a big exaggerated deal like master and apprentice or anything like that. But Clay didn't think of me as a mentor. I mean, Clay did think of me as a mentor. The mentor and the protege. What a combination they must have been. With his encouragement, I knew I could get over my fear and go back into space. But now...
Clay must have been very encouraging, huh?
Yeah, it's funny, really. Whenever I'd hear him shout, "You're fine!" I'd always get the feeling everything really was going to be just fine.
You're fine? Apollo says I'm fine and you're fine all the time, too. I always feel encouraged whenever I hear him shout it.
Yeah, Clay and Apollo were best buds. They used to come visit the Space Center a lot, ever since they were high school kids. One day out of the blue, Clay even told me he wanted to be my protege. Those two hung around the Space Center so much they were like part of the staff. One time during Zero-G training, I started to panic a little bit. And the two of them took turns shouting, "You're fine," over the radio. It was a simple thing, but it was exactly what I needed to hear. So I'm fine and you're fine were like Apollo and Clay's secret phrases, huh? I wish I'd ask Apollo more about Clay and their relationship now.
Speaking of Clay, how do you suppose he climbed down the ladder with you over his shoulder?
Sorry, but I can't even begin to imagine. But he actually managed to climb down that ladder, so a way has to exist. From the freedom of space to the walls of the cell. But that prosecutor said the dark night sky isn't half bad through barred windows.
You're fine, Solomon Soul Starbuck. It's fine. Everything is going to be all right.
Huh?
And Athena Sykes is fine too. Come on, Mr. Wright, you too.
Huh? Did I really have... Phoenix Wright is fine. That's Athena.
I can't hear you!
Phoenix Wright is fine!
We'll get you back into space yet, Mr. Starbuck. Believe in your own innocence and have faith in us.
Apollo believed in you wholeheartedly, and that's good enough for me. I believe in you too. Thank you. Thank you both. I'll put my faith in you guys. And I vow to make it into space! All I need is, first is a not guilty verdict. I'm sure it feels nice to reassure ourselves every now and then that we'll all be fine.
Okay, Mr. Wright. Let's get our investigation of the Space Center started, pronto.
Good idea. Let's go. Alright, so... let's see, is there anything we can present to him while I'm here? Let's see, 15 minutes, present...
oh, darn it.
items.
I don't know what we can present.
Oh, I'm just gonna look around and see if he has anything to say. Okay. Do you know anything about this piece of evidence? Nope. Sorry. I'm so useless. No, it's alright. There's no need to get all depressed. Did he say anything about... no. Yeah, okay. He's probably useless. Okay. Entrance of the Space Center.
Alright, December 19th, Cosmos Space Center entrance.
Alright. Cosmos Space Center. Wow, I was wondering what kind of place this center would be. Pretty impressive. Almost looks like an amusement park of the future.
Yeah. Did you know they even let the public see their rockets up close? Oh, so check it out, Phoenix. Boss. Look at how brightly the GIAXA logo shines in the sunlight above the entranceway. I really dig the stars and rocket motif it's not going.
GYAXA, huh? Isn't that the new name of the Federal Space R&D program?
Yeah, but why the strange acronym? Why is Gaia supposed to be for galaxy?
If that were it, then the whole thing would be something like Galaxy Exploration Agency. Which, if you ask me, I'd have abbreviated to GAXA, or even GAEA.
I guess so. All I know, maybe the person who came up with the name just really likes the letter Y.
This exchange is beginning to feel oddly like deja vu.
Anyway, this place is more than just a research facility. It's a tourist attraction.
Tourist attraction? Don't make me laugh. It's a monument to the human race.
What?
Galactic scooter, full speed ahead!
Okay.
Oh, it's an old man.
Some kind of Navy captain or something. Yikes! Who's this geezer and what does he want?
Look upon me and look well. Behold the great power of space and science. Pardon me, but you are... my glorious name is Yuri Cosmos. I am the director of the Cosmos Space Station, the center of the cosmos.
Boss, that was pretty groan-inducing.
If this person is the Space Center's director, then that means...
Aha! So you were one of the first to discover Clay's body, weren't you?
And who was the first to find the victim? Actually, there were two of them. The Space Center director and Yuri Cosmos. Oh, as well as the detective Candace, who's dead. That is correct. I was honored to be the very first man in all of space and time to discover the body. But this talk of the incident, are you by any chance the space police? You can't track the word space onto just anything, old man.
Or time cops.
We're the Starbucks lawyers. We're here to investigate his case.
Oh, and we're Earth lawyers, by the way. You know, we're on Earth.
I see. Yes, I've heard about you. In that case, by my esteemed privilege, I grant you permission to investigate. I trust you are appropriately grateful. Now go ahead and have at it.
I can already tell he's going to be nothing but trouble.
Don't let him hear you say that. You'll see what trouble really is. Let's just be professional and ask him about when he found the body, alright? Dude looks like Captain Global from Robotech. Alright, here we go. If Captain Global got to be old.
Yeah, he does kind of look like someone from Robotech.
So as the director, what do you do here at the Space Center specifically? Defend peace across the galaxy and promote space development in this country. No matter what obstacles stand in our way, we keep going for the sake of mankind. I believe I used the word specifically in my question. Attention all personnel, to your break stations. Prepare for break.
Oh, I get it. You just wander around and tell people what to do in a self-important manner.
That is exactly right, because I am an important man. My manner is important.
Mr. Wright, this man doesn't even get sarcasm.
Well, there's bound to be some people like that here in the boundlessness of space. What's that? You want to know what it is that makes me important specifically? Very well.
Yes, we do.
I will tell you. It was the central figure of Hat 1 project. You may proceed to appropriately be impressed. Now, go ahead. Have at it. I might be more impressed if I knew what he did for it specifically. Alright, so meeting Yuri Cosmos. Meet Wright. a cool heroic theme. Alright, about the bombing. Could you tell us what you know about the incidents from the other day?
I refuse.
What?
Explaining is the job for common folk, not the director of a center of the cosmos. My testimony, which will go down in space history, will be heard in the courtroom.
Oh, what? So does that mean you'll be taking the stand tomorrow, sir?
That is correct. I will be the most glorious witness in the history of mankind.
I'm not sure if he really understands what being a witness is all about.
Looks like Director Cosmos is that type that only talks about what he wants to talk about.
Then let's at least try to ask him about the things he might be willing to open up about. Alright, about Hat 1. The Hat 1 was a rocket that was launched into space 7 years ago, right? And despite the numerous problems, it somehow made it back home.
I suppose it is part of my job to educate important young folks like you. Very well, I will impart to you the complete story of Hat 1 project.
Oh, thanks very much.
Hat 1's noble mission was to collect samples from an asteroid, and Mr. Starbuck was the pilot for that flight. Eventually, the Hat 1 reached its planned orbit. From where it launched the Hope probe towards the asteroid belt. From there, the Hope probe began its long journey into the far reaches of space. Then, after a terrifying struggle, the Hat 1 returned safely to Earth. The struggle was then the incident known as the Hat 1 miracle.
Oh, that's Athena.
Oh. That struggle was when the incident known as the Hat 1 miracle occurred, right?
Correct. It truly was a miracle. Of course, they just had to turn the ordeal into a movie. As for the Hope probe, it did eventually arrive safely in its destination. It's obtained a few samples from the asteroid and returned to Earth but a few days ago.
So what kind of samples are they? Well, what's in them?
The samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future. We haven't had time since they just came back the day before Terran's murder. Regrettably, we had no such time to inspect the samples due to everything that had occurred. But this puts our space development program ahead of other countries by several years.
That's quite impressive, actually. I guess this guy isn't just a loudmouth braggart after all.
In the golden age of space development, our predecessors were successful in bringing a moon rock back. That is the greatest achievement in the history of the Space Center. The public fell in love with the space and all of its glorious potential.
A moon rock, huh? I remember that being big.
Our endeavors of the moon rock live on in our work with those asteroid samples. I want to bestow new hopes and dreams for the future upon mankind once again. That is my mission as the man who stands at the center of the cosmos.
I hear there's lots of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there.
What? Bite your tongue. It's not anything so base as your money or politics. It's all for the brilliant future that awaits mankind and all of my illustrious mission. With the recent budget cuts, my staff tells me finances are tight, but I won't hear it.
I guess even a space program has to watch its budget. Oh, yeah. By the way, you seem awfully knowledgeable about this kind of thing, Athena.
Huh? Well, I thought I'd better brush up for the case.
Is that so?
Athena likes to learn things.
Well, I'll be on my way. As you can see, I'm very busy and a very important man. Galactic Scooter, fire up the main engine and max paddle speed. Engage.
That thing is surprisingly fast for what do they call those things? It's not a
Segway.
Scooter. Segway, that's right. I guess we'd better get going too.
You bet. Let's make it so.
Are we going to keep with the Star Trek references? Okay.
I guess so.
What to do now? Okay.
Athena Sykes is fine!
Huh? What was that all about?
I'm fine! I thought I'd better get fired up twice as much to make up for Apollo being gone. For starters, I thought I'd imitate him.
So you were doing a voice workout, huh?
Yep, you have to push your voice up from the pit of your stomach. Hold it! There's a contradiction in the witness's statement!
You're really serious about this, huh?
Objection! You're lying! The true culprit is the judge!
What? Then who's gonna hand down the verdict?
Oh, well, I didn't think about that.
Okay.
Wow. Wow, Athena.
Alright, so what do you think we should do next?
Oh, that's right.
What is it, Athena?
I just remembered. I forgot to go running today. I was so taken up with what happened to Apollo, it slipped my mind.
That wasn't what I was asking.
Oh.
Alright, moving on. The boarding lounge. Alright, so we got 26 minutes to boarding lounge. Okay. Boarding lounge. Oh, that's a nice boarding lounge. It's got a little seahorse. That's a huge seahorse.
2 away from 100 likes.
Come on, guys. We're almost at the 30-minute mark. You're doing good. So this is where Mr. Terran was murdered, huh?
Yeah, this is the lounge. Let's see that diagram. The police made again, boss. Right now, we're in the main building here on the right side on the 3rd floor. Clay and Mr. Starbuck fled here from launch pad after the explosion.
You there! No admittance without express permission.
We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We've come to investigate.
Sorry, nobody gets in without permission, not even the police superintendent. Can't have Detective Fulbright getting mad at me now. So Detective Fulbright's here, huh? Aye, he's in the launch pad 1 corridor. Get clearance from him, then we'll talk.
Oh, wow. Leave it to me! I'm great at getting intel out of Detective Fulbright. Let's see, what trick should I use on him today?
I don't know if I should be grateful or afraid.
So, to get to the launch pad 1 corridor, we just have to go through that door with the blue rocket on it, I think.
Wait, that door. It looks awfully familiar.
Good eye there, boss. This is the door Clay and Mr. Starbuck used during their escape from the launch pad.
Ah, that explains it.
The fingerprint system has been deactivated, so I think we just passed through. Now come on, let's go!
Okay. Fingerprint thing has been deactivated. Off to talk to Detective Fulbright. Wink.
I have to say, though, letting the public have access to spaceships before they take off, I don't think they would ever do that in real life. That would be a terrible idea.
Actually, this is what Elon Musk wants to do. Like, he has, like, his whole space thing.
You could have the public see a spaceship when it won't be launching for, like, 2 years. But before, like, a few months before it takes off, the public could do anything. You could have a little kid stick a pin in somewhere, and it could make the space shuttle, like, completely crash and burn once it gets to the moon.
Whoops.
Like, those are very, I mean, the instruments on that are extremely delicate, and you can't go to a repair shop on the moon. Like, once you're there, you're screwed.
Well, they did deactivate the fingerprint thing so they can go inside. Like, this is not open to the public. The lobby area is open to the public. Had like a concession stand, places for people to sit.
I would make 2 spaceships. One of the spaceships the public could look at. The other one would actually go into space. It'd be like a floor model.
Ooh, I get to do generic robot voice. Right. All right, launch pad number 1. So this is it, huh? This is the corridor the 2 of them used in their escape, supposedly.
Yep, this is the only thing connected. The launch pad 1 with the main building.
I see police tape down at the other end. Guess we won't be looking at the launch pad.
After the explosion, the whole corridor must have been filled with smoke.
And the launch pad itself was probably a sea of flames. Must have been pretty scary.
Now, where could Detective Fulbright be? Hey, I think that's him over there. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm done.
What should I do? Which path is the path of justice? Which path is the path of justice?
He seems to be lost. That's funny. This corridor is a straight shot.
Oh, it's you, lawyer people. Welcome to the space station. Enjoying a relaxing day off, are you? Here for a little rocket sightseeing?
We're here to investigate the scene, same as you. You have any info to share?
Boss, if he acts all reluctant to give us information, we hit him with whatever shall we do act. I'm sure he'll fall for it. Got it?
Are you trying to catch the unruly family dog here or something?
Info on the case, huh? All right, I'll gladly share some with you.
Huh? What just happened?
Detectives and lawyers seeking the truth and justice side by side. I like it! Just take whatever you want from me, you info bandits. I'm in a generous mood today.
I don't know. There's something weird about Detective Fulbright today.
Well, we need info, so let's run with it, I guess.
If you say so.
Wow, he is in a generous mood. Alright, crime scene. Alright, guys, your next like goal is 120. Let's try to get to that. Crime scene. Yo, detective, could you give us permission to investigate the crime scene?
There's an officer on guard, and we can't get in. Whatever shall we do?
That's an easy one. I'll let them know over there to let you in. Investigate to your heart's content. Take a week if you need, a month even. I shall have some snacks delivered. One of my men gives a mean neck rub.
Oh no, that's okay, but thanks. Definitely not the Fulbright I know.
Detective Fulbright is acting sickeningly sweet. It's kind of gross, actually. Do you think he hit his head or something? What's going on?
Who knows? Whatever the case, it's making our lives way easier, though.
That's for sure.
Alright, Detective Fulbright. So, you were here at the Space Center at the time of the incidents, weren't you, Detective?
That's right. I was here on a security assignment.
The police are required to secure rocket launches now. I didn't even know that.
Yes, well, you know us, to serve and protect. Ha 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 ha! The explosions occurred while I was here on duty, so I started leading the evacuation.
He's leaving out a lot of details, but alright. Could you tell us more about what happened?
Of course! A bomb went off on the second floor of the main building, which is here. Right after that, the one over in Launchpad 1 also blew sky high. So I immediately instructed the visitors and employees to evacuate to shelter.
A shelter?
That's right, there's an evacuation shelter in the basement of the Space Center.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, wow.
It's there for accidents and emergencies and the like.
So were you when the first bomb went off, then?
I was on duty on the 4th floor. It was quite the madhouse, I tell you. The elevator wasn't working on account to the explosion.
Oh, that'll be useful.
And the stairs in the 2nd floor were destroyed, so I couldn't go that way either.
Then wasn't it impossible to get down to the basement shelter?
No, we lowered an emergency ladder from the 4th floor window and escaped that way. It was a folding ladder, so it wasn't very stable, but at least it reached the ground. After I secured the ladder, I left to take another look around for any other survivors. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down and headed to the shelter.
Wow, what an ordeal. But climbing down an emergency ladder kind of sounds fun.
Thank you for your answers, Detective. So, they were pretty helpful. Just a moment, I have some more information to share with you. But don't tell Prosecutor Blackwell, okay? Huh?
Wow, and Prosecutor Blackwell usually has you on a really short leash, too. Oh my gosh.
Well, never mind that. Ha-ha! I thought you should know that there was a witness.
A witness? Okay. Over here. Want that one. 35 minutes. I think 36 minutes. A witness. Okay. Alright guys and gals, let's keep those likes up. We haven't already. We've got about 80 people watching with 108 likes. Let's try to get to 120 in the next 10 minutes if we can. Thank you very much, everybody. The witness. Can you tell us more about this witness?
Sure thing. The witness was a Space Center employee who was on the 4th floor. While she was climbing down, she looked through a window into the 3rd floor lounge.
So, she was looking into the crime scene from outside?
That's right! It was just a matter of chance that she saw something important. Not that I know what exactly she saw yet, though.
You don't? But that's the most important thing of all.
Ha ha ha! Don't you worry. I'll get around to interviewing her soon enough. She should still be somewhere here in the space station. You might even run into her.
A 4th floor employee, huh? Alright, thanks for the info, Detective.
Gee, you sure are being cooperative, Detective. A little too cooperative, even.
Yes, well, actually,
Something you can't talk about?
Yes, something like that. Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about me. Well, I'll be on my way now.
What was that all about?
Something is definitely going on. I'm gonna get it out of him the next time I see him.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure he'll talk about it, though, but whatever. Well, we have permission to investigate now, so let's head back to the boarding lounge. We can't talk to the robot. That's a bummer. Nope, we already talked to Athena. Okay.
We cannot talk to the robot.
Sadness. Okay, so we need to go to the boarding lounge. Investigate lounge. So we got 38 minutes. Investigate lounge. Whoops. That's not how you spell investigate. That's how you spell investigate. 35 minutes. Whoops.
I think I grinded too much in Disney Valley last night.
Yeah?
Well, I mean, I was just tired today.
Alright, December 19th, Cosmo Center Boarding Lounge.
I wish I had unlocked more stuff, but I hardly unlocked anything.
That's the story of grinding. You too. Detective Fulbright is granting you permission to investigate. He also said I should bring you some snacks, or give you a neck rub too, if you like.
That's alright, but thank you for the offer.
Well, time to roll up our sleeves and start the investigation. Now, let's see, where to start. What's the diagram again? Oh yeah, so the lounge is on the 3rd floor of the main building. And according to Apollo, this is where he believes a third party killed his friend.
Well, let's stop the recap and start looking for traces of this third person, then.
Yeah, you read my mind. Alright, we'll make it our first priority. Just one problem, though. This room. It's just so big.
Don't worry, we can use this to help us, boss.
A Space Center pamphlet for tourists?
Yep, picked it up at the entrance. The maps inside should come in handy. Let's see, yep, here it is, a map of the lounge.
It's attorney music.
This is the door we went through to talk to Detective Fulbright.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's the door with the fingerprint recognition lock. Well, I guess this map will make things a little easier. At least it should. Space Center pamphlet added to the court record.
Yep. Yeah, no more excuses. Let's track down the third person. Let's go, boss.
Yeah, wait a second. There's just one more thing. What's that strange creature moving around outside the window?
Nani? Oh, boss, that's just a holographic image.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. Whew, that's a relief. Really, Phoenix?
There should be a button somewhere in this room to turn the image on and off. Oh, it's like a seahorse. That's what it says in the pamphlet anyway.
It's supposed to be like a seahorse alien. It's pretty big.
Oh.
The only thing you're eager to start is so that you can push the button, isn't it?
And what's wrong with that? Let's just look for the button while we're looking for clues, okay, boss?
Alright, fine. Let's get to investigating. Examination! Alright, now we can look around. Whoa! Okay.
Examination time.
Examining the room. Wait, is there a hole or is that a... What is that? Is that a crack or is that a spider web? A bright purple sky, plenty of greenery, and a tranquil lake. The idyllic scenario or scene stretches on as far as the eye can see. It's beautiful, but it lacks something to make it truly captivating. Okay, that's great, Phoenix. That's some pretty futuristic looking furniture over there.
According to the pamphlet, those are no ordinary chairs. They're like amusement park teacup rides. You can power them for yourself, it says. If you spin the table, your chair will spin too.
Why would anybody want to have something like that here?
Oh my gosh. It's for astronauts who have trouble with the device on the ceiling. No vertical spins. It says it's a training device that's easy on the eyes and on the body.
Can a person really call themselves an astronaut if they can't handle 0 Gs?
I know.
That would probably be important later. Whoop.
It is weird.
No matter how I look at it, all I can think of is torture device. But I guess it's a training device for getting used to 0 G gravity.
Uh-oh, Athena has... Oh, that's me.
Athena's got that odd glint in her eye. Is she thinking about trying that thing out? I should try to stop her, but I'm afraid she'll just outmuscle me.
Hey, Mr. Wright! Look at that up there!
Uh-oh. Some kind of fragment? It's stuck in there tight. Oh, what's that? Glint was... So that's what that glint was all about.
That color looks familiar. I think it's part of the oxygen tank.
I think you're right, but if that's here... It means Clay's tank ruptured after they arrived at the boarding lounge. So the prosecutor Blackwell's theory that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay down the ladder... Whoops.
Must be wrong! This proves that both the astronauts were alive when they reached the boarding lounge.
So Apollo was right. The scene of the murder wasn't the launch pad.
Haha! Way to go, Apollo!
Alright, so can't get a sample of that thing. Alright. What else to click on in here? Oh, those pod thingies are open. These are apparently oxygen capsules. Are they for recovery after a training session?
I wonder if they can change your voice. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Huh? It didn't do a thing to my voice.
It's not helium, Athena. It's oxygen.
Oh.
Okay, well that didn't do anything. Tables with the wheel. Oh, there's something inside there. There's some kind of panel with 2 buttons on in here.
Just push it. That's the invariable principle of buttons.
There's such things as buttons left unpushed, you know. Whoops. Whoa.
Hey, the giant holographic image has disappeared.
Yeah. Though that side of the wall seems kind of barren without it now. Let's see if I can find anything new with the image off. Find anything new? Yep, there it is. I knew it. There's a hole in the glass. It's not a spider web. That's a glass.
Hey, Mr. Wright, take a look at this.
It looks like a bullet hole. Great find, Athena.
It's pretty big. Whoever fired this shot must have been using a pretty large gun.
You think so? Based on my experience, I'd say this was fired from a regular pistol.
Well, whatever size it was, somebody fired a gun in here, right? Boss?
Apparently, this is an important fact. Do you see a bullet around here somewhere?
No, the police might have taken it, though.
Bullet hole added to the court record.
Let's ask Detective Fulbright about this bullet hole later, okay?
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so that's the bullet hole. So we're going... Found a bullet hole. Fun. What else to look at? With the holographic image off, the scene is completely black, which, for some reason, makes me think of losing an argument to Prosecutor Blackwell in court. But at least it's got my brain revved up. I came up with my best ideas at times like these. Oh, when his mind is blank, I see what he did there.
Oh, when his mind is completely blank, that's when he comes up with ideas. A window, and it's right next to the holographic image, too. I bet it's here to help people see the stark contrast between reality and virtual reality.
Way off. It says emergency ventilation, you know, to clear smoke from fire.
See, it's pointing out the virtual insanity of reality.
No, I don't think so. Okay, where else? That's where Clay died. Tables, remote control. We turned off the holographic thing. Some type of weird juice bar thingy. Oh, there's another window over here. Oh, it's a mirror now.
Oh, a mirror. How thoughtful of them to put one in here.
Thoughtful?
So the ladies can fix their makeup, I guess. One's appearance is just as important in space as on Earth, you know. You never know when you're gonna run into some other life form after all.
I doubt anybody who thinks like that would ever become an astronaut in the first place.
I know. I don't think that you can even... I don't think you can bring makeup in space because you have to take only the essentials. Like, you can't take... The spaceships are usually so small, you can't really take extra things. You could take soap for your face, but you can't take makeup. It'd be so much...
I mean, technically the spaceships are big, but the living quarters are small.
Well, this spaceship is big, but spaceships in real life, like, aren't big. They're, like, really small. As far as I'm always seeing on videos and stuff.
No, they're pretty big. It's just that the
area you can live in is, like, tiny.
Yeah, teeny tiny living space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess you're right.
Yeah, because spaceships are massive. They're, like, almost the size of, like, a small skyscraper. Or wait, not a skyscraper. They're, like... How many stories tall is a normal space flight?
Well, also, like, they have several parts to them. Like, when they take off, like, there'll be one rocket, it will push up the other rocket, and then they'll have another rocket, it'll push that one up. And then, like, sometimes several pieces of it break off when it's launching.
Yeah. So, I mean, the shuttle itself is, like, you know, probably, like, this... I think it's, like, the size of,
I don't know.
I think it's, like... 6 stories.
I was at the Kennedy Space Center, but when we went it's in Florida, and they have spaceships and stuff you can see, but they're all retired spaceships. That's what I was saying. Like, they would never put a spaceship there that is actually in use, because even the outside of the spaceship, you could, like, stab it with something, and then it could mess it up before it takes flight or something.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Here's another amazing piece of equipment. Walk on the surface of the moon, it says.
Oh boy, I want to try it. Gravity is weak on the moon, so I bet I could do some mid-air somersaults.
We're still on Earth, remember? Besides, it's connected to the ceiling.
Well, at least I could jump really high.
There's no sign on the wall that very clearly says, don't jump too high. Oh, there is a sign, sorry.
Oh, there is. Then what good is the thing after all?
Didn't I say in the beginning, walk on the surface of the moon?
That's no fun.
There's a footprint here. Why won't it let me look? I thought that would be important evidence, but no.
Yeah. It would think that would be evidence, because it is somebody's footprint.
It's somebody's footprint.
It looks like one of those swings for like a little baby.
Wow. What's this? A trap door?
Oh, 1/6 the Earth's gravity, as I recall, says Don. Oh, wow. Have we been in a spaceship? I may have been in one when I visited the Space Center, Kennedy Space Center, but I don't remember. I don't think they allowed us to go in them. You could see them from the outside. Like, I think we saw a space shuttle. It was pretty small, like Luke was saying. Like, but yeah, I don't think I actually went inside one. It's a trash chute. The cleaning robots throw the garbage from out here. From here.
The robots do the cleaning? What a futuristic world we live in. I just hope they don't revolt like they do in those science fiction movies.
No way! All the robots here are very nice!
For now.
Actually, wasn't there one in the launch pad 1 corridor? We can go say hi to it if you want. Oh my gosh! I just thought of who could have committed the murder.
The robots? The robots committed the murder?
I don't know, Luke. She said one was in the corridor. I don't know. What if the robot got upset?
Robots don't have emotions.
No.
So it looks like there's 3 doors that lead in and out of this room.
Well, let's check. Drum roll, please. The Space Center pamphlet. We're here at the place that says Boarding Lounge 1. Here are 3 doors. Let's call them Lefty, Righty, and Downy. What?
People use west, east, and south in case it's like this, you know?
Oh, what about Lefty and Downy, boss?
No.
Details. Anyway, take a look at the west door. I mean, the righty door. I mean, wait, actually that would be the west door. That would be the lefty door, sorry.
Okay.
That door with the rocket icon leads to launch pad number 1. I know because it says here on the map, launch pad number 1 corridor. I'm so smart.
So that's where we were with the detective. It was filled with smoke after the explosion.
Right, next up, the right-hand side of the map, or east in your world, but I call it righty.
Okay.
Righty door is over here. That's the door with the satellite dish icon to signify communication, aka the control room.
Yep, it's definitely the control room. Looks like it has another door on the opposite side.
They communicate and exchange information with rockets and probes in space from there. From there. So, it's the center of the Space Center. The Space Center, if you will.
Does everybody start to talk like Director Cosmos after they've been introduced to him?
Let's go to the Space Center. Oh my gosh. But it seems they built a new command center on the 6th floor. That's what they used for the HAT 2 mission, and this control room was empty at the time.
I always wanted to see the inside of a mission control room since we're here.
I'd love to do that too, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to. They want to keep curious kids like you out, boss. So the door is protected with fingerprint recognition. Only the director can go through.
With that much security, I'm definitely not the one they're looking for to keep out, Athena.
Huh? What are you talking about? So apparently the lock is all hooked up with a backup generator in case of emergencies.
Control room door lock added to the court record. Alright, well that was important. Okay, what about the last door? This one.
This lower door. Oh, excuse me. I mean south door. I mean Downy door. It leads to the elevators. And the bathroom, apparently.
This is the door we came through when we entered this room, right?
Oh, that looks like a bathroom door. Yep. And of course, there was no fingerprint recognition device. It's up to anyone. It's open to anyone.
But the elevators weren't working at the time the duo explosions.
Yeah, that was weird, huh? Well, that's about it for the 3 Musketeers of the Boarding Lounge.
Thanks. Understanding the layout of the lounge should help us understand the case, probably. That's why I thought we'd better have a good grasp of where all the doors go.
Yeah, we spent like 40 minutes just looking at the doors. Everyone in the chat is saying that's what you think, that robots can't have feelings, Luke. Well, I will say in the 2001 movie with Hal, the whole reason that he turned on everyone was because he actually had a self-preservation thing going. So he was supposed to preserve himself. He was trying to preserve. So when he found out he was going to be shut down, he had to do what he had to do, which was like yeet Frank off of the spaceship. And then he was like, I'm sorry, Dave. It's like, open the blast door. Open the pod doors, Hal. Open the pod doors, Hal. I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that.
Alright guys, we're almost an hour into the stream, and you guys are close to 120 likes. Let's keep going. Remember, that helps bring people in as well as it helps the views go up. Alright, so this is where they discovered Clay.
Yeah, he was already dead when they found him. Let's take a look at the photo.
So he was stretched out like this, and, huh? What's that thing that looks like a thermos?
Maybe it's his lunch. That's the thing that Prosecutor Blackwell mentioned when I was in the court with Apollo. He said that it contains asteroid samples.
Alright, Detective Cosmos mentioned something about that too, didn't he? That they were brought back only 5 days ago by the probe that the Hat 1 launched.
This is so weird that they would be literally bringing asteroid samples back. They could have used both their arms to carry each other out and then gotten the asteroid samples later. They risked their life for asteroid samples? That's stupid.
Yep, that was more important than their lives. That's why they had to go.
That's so dumb.
No, I mean, it is what it is.
It's stupid. I would have left the asteroid samples behind. I would have been like, whoops, they fell. Now I can save myself.
No, in that case, those samples from space are worth more than your life.
They would not be.
Yes, they would. They would sacrifice those 2 asteroids in order to get that material. They
Why?
would.
To analyze a couple rocks under the microscope? There's probably people already have asteroid samples in all different countries. They could just borrow it from another country.
Yeah, other countries don't do that.
It's ridiculous. I would never.
Yeah, I don't think you understand how the world works.
I don't, because if I was the commander on that ship, they'd be like, hey, we're about to die. Should we try to bring the asteroid samples, or should we save our life? I'll be like, what? I don't need some stupid rocks. You guys better get out of there. Leave the rocks behind.
Did you already say your line, or? Yeah.
I wonder what they looked like. Do you think they'll let us see? The guy died because of these stupid rocks.
Let's think about that after we've solved the case, okay?
They could have easily carried each other out better without that. I'm angry about that.
No, that's how they do it. It's resources.
But look at the chairs are intact. Surely the asteroid samples would have been fine as well.
No. Fire would destroy them.
Oh my gosh.
This must be the security camera that recorded the astronauts making their escape.
Oh, let's commemorate the occasion with love and peace.
If you're done now, shall we move on?
Okay, but just one more for the road. Peace!
Very mature.
Yatta! Actually, it would be peace. In Japanese,
here.
It would be victory.
Yeah, it's a
that doesn't
song.
even mean peace in Japan.
Right. Means victory.
Which actually makes more sense. A V for victory. Why would it mean peace here? It doesn't even make any sense. Why would 2 fingers mean peace?
So this is a fingerprint recognition device. I guess you put your hand on this mark and,
Why guess when you can try? Now, to line my hand up with the outline.
Don't, Athena! That thing is related to the case! Get your prints all over that, and the next thing you know, you'll be named a suspect.
Whoa! How can you be so cruel to a little girl like me?
I'm not buying those tears, Missy.
I can't believe you made Athena cry, Apollo. I mean, darn it, Phoenix. I wonder what this big knob is for. It looks like the knob on a stove. Ooh.
Well, it's the same shape, but I think that's where the similarities end.
Maybe it starts a gas stove ongoing. What do you think, Phoenix?
I mean, it's behind a glass pane. What kind of stove would require a knob security like this, huh?
An electric one? Well, the knob is straight up and down, so if it was for a stove, the burner would be off right about now.
Right, if it was for a stove. Still, I wonder what it's really for.
Well, if I was gonna boil water, I would turn it to high. Let's try it out. Something turned on the knob that's not a stove? How about a rocket engine?
If you had to start the engine here, the rocket would take off before you even got in.
Oh, then I guess all we can say for now is that it's a mystery knob.
Mystery knob added to the court record?
I would be boiling some water for pasta right there with that knob.
No.
Let's see, this door is... Where's that pamphlet? Here we are. It's the door to the corridor that leads to launch pad number 1. We went through it earlier when we went to talk to Detective Fulbright.
Yeah, I guess the security lock must be disengaged now, right? They say the corridor was filled with smoke at the time of the bombing. This thing besides the door, this must be the fingerprint recognition device.
Which reminds me, I think Prosecutor Blackwell talked about it at the trial.
Huh. The notion of a third party in a Launchpad 1 is utterly absurd. Just to enter the area from the lounge, one must pass through a door guarded by fingerprint recognition device. And allow me to state up front that there are precious few with the clearance to do so. And does this mean that the bomber's prints were verified by the system? But the number authorized personnel was supposedly to be very small.
Voila! Fingerprint powder! I brought it just in case something like this came up. I found it at the office. I've been itching for a chance to use it.
Wow, way to think ahead. Now let's dust the fingerprint recognition device and see what we find.
You got it, boss. Now to sprinkle some here and a little over here and flip.
We don't actually get to do it anymore?
Let's see what we have here. QuickTime event, Luke. QuickTime. Oh, here's something. It's only a little set of prints.
Isn't that a good thing, though? Sure wish we could figure out whose prints these were, though. Although, I doubt we'll be so lucky as to get the culprit's prints on the first try.
Well, I'm willing to bet that Detective Fulbright has some fingerprint data.
Right. There's the security footage of the door right there, too.
All right, yes, here it is. It came up in court the other day.
I wish we could see that part of the footage after doing this bit.
Oh, because that would be right before the murder, wouldn't it? Let's ask the detective. With the mood he's in, he'll probably show it to us right away.
Yeah, he's almost in too good of a mood today. Let's go see if we can find him once again. Once we're done with this room. So we're not done with this room.
Why is he in a good mood?
I'm noticing that this game is more of a visual novel than some of the other Ace Attorney games, because there's actually things that you need to do in the investigation, like spread fingerprints and stuff like that.
It is weird that they don't even, like, let you do all the little mini games. The fingerprinting is kind of fun, actually. But in reality, if this spaceship was about to take out and we sprayed fingerprint stuff everywhere, who knows? Maybe that could contaminate the air supply and actually ruin the entire flight. So in reality, like, I just don't think... I don't know. I guess this isn't taking off anytime soon.
Nothing special here.
I guess we're supposed to search everything. Don is saying maybe search the floor grates, but I don't see any floor grates.
What is this? Floor grates.
Are we in Arkham?
No, I wasn't gonna say. I was just gonna say.
I don't see any floor grates.
I mean,
over there? Like the air vents?
Those are like air vents, yeah. Okay.
Oh, there's something sparkling.
I just saw some sparkly.
Okay. Hey, I see something shiny down there. Ooh.
Let's take this cover off then.
Are we authorized to do this?
Nope.
What's this? It looks like a metal jelly bean. Ooh.
It's really small, but it's a bullet. It's only about 2 to 3 millimeters in diameter, though. Let's see. That would make the caliber 10?
Caliber refers to the diameter of a gun's barrel, right, boss?
Yeah, but I've never heard of a 10 caliber gun before. This bullet must be a special kind of gun.
I bet if you tried firing a bullet this small with a regular sized gun, it would just fall right out.
Yeah, it must have been a really small gun.
I wonder how the bullet ended up here. I mean, we're in the bottom left of the south door side of the room according to the map, as in the lefty area. That's pretty far from where Clay's body was. Maybe the police didn't even think to look here.
Yeah, leave it to Detective Fulbright to accidentally hand us just the card we need.
Let's keep this from the police and keep it for ourselves.
Yep, nothing like hiding evidence. Welcome to the Space Center, guest. Welcome.
Oh, hi, robot.
Oh, that's a female robot, darn.
Oh, I don't know what you want me to do. Welcome to the Space Center, welcome.
There you go. Yikes! What in the world?
My name is Ponko, P-O-N-O. Darn it, I misspelled my name. P-O-N-C-O, Ponko. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you looking around? Choose one, I will guide you.
It's a robot.
I am not a robot, I am Ponko! Psychological observation and navigation companion. Ponko, P-O-N-C-O, Ponko.
You spelled it right this time. Well, I'm glad we got that cleared up.
Oh, Ponko, I missed you!
Do you know this thing, Athena?
What's happening? Oh, she, showed us around the last time I came here with Apollo. Oh, you're such a good girl, Ponko. That's a good girl. Oh, thank you, thank you. I am so happy, so very happy.
Wow, a guide robot. That's pretty cool. My name's Phoenix Wright. Nice to meet you.
I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know you.
Ouch, that hurt.
Oh, she has to register people she meets for the first time. Please register him, Ponko. Certainly, Athena, commencing guest registration. Please tell me your name. A nickname is fine, too. His name is Phoenix.
A bit overfamiliar, but I'll allow it.
Phoenix, please let me get a good look at your face.
Sure.
Registering. Facial recognition sequence complete. We are now officially friends. Nice to meet you, Phoenix.
This robot is pretty cute, actually.
You made a friend, boss. Isn't it great? Phoenix, Athena, allow me to guide you right this way. Oh, goody. Let's go, boss. Come on.
Go where?
Oh.
Oh, wow. They get to go to the rocket area? Cosmos Space Center.
Space.
Oh, Space Museum.
Space Center, Space Museum. Space Road, Space Door, Space Platform, Space Rocket, Space Rec Room.
Space Museum. I always spell museum.
Space Chair.
Museum. M-U-S-E. That's museum. Alright.
Phoenix is a cool name, Phantasma. That would be a cool name for a robot, too.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's a cool name for...
They literally put an alien in there. Wow, what is this place? Is that rocket real?
Oh, I forgot. We're in the Space Center right now. Welcome, welcome. The Space Museum is open to the public every day of the year from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Learn about the history of our nation's space development and Hat 1 project. The rocket is just a replica, but it's the same size as the real one. The Space Museum. Oh, here it is on the map.
Oh. Wow, so it's an exact opposite side of the main building from launch pad number 1. Space pamphlet updated in the court record.
Ask me anything, I will explain.
Okay. Could it be that maybe the astronauts actually came from this rocket? They were in the wrong rocket? I don't know. I would explain how they were able to use a corridor. And it's the same size as the launch room.
That's weird.
And if he was tripping from all the medicine, he probably wouldn't be able to tell that this rocket wasn't real.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, that is weird. They showed us the rocket. They said it's the same size as the real rocket.
Mm-hmm. Minus the aliens attacking. This is quite the place. I can't believe we got to see a rocket this close up.
This is a replica of the Hat 1 that was launched 7 years ago. It is exactly like the real Hat 1 inside and out.
Okay.
Its little brother, the Hat 2, was supposed to launch the other day.
I wonder if Ponko knows why the launch was canceled.
Oh, over there is the exhibit about the launch 7 years ago. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
Spacesuits, photos, newspaper articles. I'd like to come here again on my day off. Hey, what's this photo of?
Oh, wow. Oh, Phoenix, that is the staff of Hat 1 Project. And I am here in the picture.
Ah, there's Mr. Starbuck. He looks so young and so different.
Don't look, I look bad in photos. Ah, and that's... What is it, Athena?
That's Phoenix.
Oh, sorry.
What is it, Athena? Is something wrong?
Oh, nothing. I just thought Mr. Starbuck looked really young, too. That's all.
Well, it was 7 years ago, after all, so the young guy standing next to him, Mr. Starbucks...
is Clay Terran, the victim.
So they were mentor and protege even way back then? And he's even got one of the staff jackets. He looks just like a regular staff member. He's wearing a high school uniform there, it looks like.
Yeah. No, Clay was a student then. He just borrowed one of Solomon's old jackets.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Clay would have still been in high school 7 years ago.
You called it.
Everybody looks so happy. Well, I mean, high school uniforms, they vary, but see the one that he's wearing that's all black? He also has the hat. He looks like a delinquent high school student, though, based on his attire.
Tell me you watch anime without telling me you watch anime.
But the thing is, his uniform, I know that they're saying he's a high school student, but that looks like a junior high uniform. Junior high uniforms are different than high school uniforms. I'm just saying.
I like school uniforms because then you don't have to worry about what to wear to school.
Because in America, they have to change the name of girl characters to make sure they're over the age of 18. Like, for the most part. But in Japan, girls usually are, like, anywhere between 16 to, like, 17. Something like that, because their age of, like, you know, adulthood is different than ours.
Yeah.
So when we translate games, we have to change the ages of the characters so that they're adults.
So maybe they did the same thing with boy characters?
Yeah, probably. Everybody looks so happy. This space museum is great. What a fantastic exhibit.
The purple-haired girl has fun-looking hair, says Dawn. Yeah, definitely. This area used to be Launchpad 2. That's why the only entrance is on the 3rd floor.
Wouldn't it be better if they just made a new ground floor entrance instead?
There was talk of it, but they had to scrap their plans because of the budget cuts. Budget cuts! Budget cuts! We need more money! Money! Money!
Who would record that kind of information into a guide robot?
Yeah. We are in financial trouble!
That's like teaching like a 4-year-old, like a little kid, and telling them your financial problems, and they go to school and they just start blabbing everything. We can't afford this, we don't afford this. Be like, how did you learn that?
Yeah. While I was in space, the Hat 1 launched a probe called Hope. The Hope probe collected some samples from an asteroid and returned 5 days ago.
That's what the director Cosmo said too. He told us to come back the day before Clay was killed.
equipment. Here it is, the Hope Space Probe.
I think I've seen that logo somewhere before. Let's see. Oh yeah, the capsule that the victim was carrying. I think it had the same logo.
Thank you.
Why is the music so upbeat and happy while they're discussing a murder? I think it can be seen here in the photo attached to the autopsy report.
Then there were 2 asteroids that died. People that died. Astronauts.
Maybe she'll give some more info. You think the girls are dead?
No, I meant the guy. I messed up. I was trying to put in. It was just like I should have just said 1 astronaut died.
Maybe she'll give me some more info. I have to show her. Launchpad layout.
What? Girl astronauts? They never existed here? There's no record of them ever working here? There was a fire, but there was no evidence that they ever went here. They probably died somewhere else that wasn't here.
Okay.
I don't know. Launchpad layout. Thank you, Geo. You're amazing! Wow, I can actually write with my... Why couldn't I write yesterday? They wouldn't have let me. We have an Amber bot. That's right, Zach.
I can write. Launchpad layout.
The way the Space Station Center launchpad is set up, it is really cool. Would you like me to tell you about it? Would you?
Setup of the launchpad? Go gentle on my spiky-haired mine.
I want to know, Ponko! Phoenix wants to know too.
Great. Now Athena's got a case of ponkoitis.
She's so cute. Hooray! I will tell you then.
Okay.
The rocket is built right inside the launchpad structure. When the rocket is complete, it's moved along with the launchpad over the rails. Like so. And brought into position at the launch site. Isn't it cool? Isn't it? We used to have a big budget now. That's how we used to build it. Oh, now we have budget cuts. Budget cuts.
All right. It's very cool. A grand setup that suits an important place like a space center. I guess everyone is hoping for a bigger budget next year, myself included.
I'm guessing the whole thing is operated from the control room. Huh? That is it, Athena. You are a genius, and the spiky-haired man next to you could use some more brains. You are amazing, and he is just okay. But it can also be operated from the new command center, too. Either way, the safety lock in the boarding lounge has to first be disengaged.
I guess before a big move like that can be carried out, there are all kinds of procedures.
I would love to see the launch being moved. When's the next one scheduled for, Ponko? Searching data. All future plans have been put on hold.
Because of the bombing and the murder, I'll bet. Which is perfectly understandable.
Well, when was the last time it was moved, Ponko, the robot? Searching for data. Searching. I'm sorry. That answer isn't in my answer database.
I guess Ponko can only answer certain questions.
I can do everything. I can do anything. I am very good at being a robot.
Okay.
How dare you?
I guess we'll try to talk to her about all kinds of stuff. Present stuff to the robot.
The robot brings to my mind Rosie the robot from the Jetsons. Definitely Don Honka. Amber's the Terminator, says Red Hood. Virtual hugs, Tim. Hugs, Crossfighter, thank you. LOL, Amber, says Phantasma. I like Athena better because she compliments me. I need a compliment, Apollo. Tell me that my hair looks nice.
Apollo's not here.
I mean, whatever. Sorry, spiky-haired man.
Okay. Okay, present evidence.
Fine.
Check.
Phoenix is all business. I'm sorry. I'm afraid. I don't know anything about that.
Oh, okay, no problem.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I try better in the future. Please don't hate me.
Poor thing, now I feel bad for asking.
She's crying. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know anything about that.
No problem.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't helpful. I will try to do better in the future.
Alright. Sheesh. Okay.
This robot is emotional. I am sorry.
No. We're just presenting stuff.
Okay, I'll just be quiet.
Alright, so she doesn't know anything about the bullet. She doesn't know anything about the control room. Space Center pamphlet, she probably does.
This facility is Yuri Cosmo's greatest achievement.
Oh, I didn't realize it was the personal achievement of just one guy.
Yay! Yay! Director Cosmos taught me to say it like that.
Wow.
It's actually a facility for space development, but don't tell anyone I said that. How could Director Cosmos teach such a pure and innocent robot to lie for him? Oh! Maybe he could teach a robot to murder as well.
Wow.
Murder is only wrong if my creator says it is. Otherwise, I am just doing my job.
Alright, so she doesn't know anything about the oxygen tank.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's ask her about the security camera. Nope, she
I
doesn't know
am
anything.
sorry. I am sorry.
Okay.
Oh!
What about the launch pad door?
I am sorry.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Bad me. Bad Ponko.
Wow.
Self-destruct.
Doesn't know anything about the evacuation report. Okay. Poor thing. Okay. What about the bombing report? Does it know anything about the bombing report? Nope.
I am sorry. I will do better next time.
Utility knife. No. Okay, alright. Space Center diagram. You know anything about that? Yes.
Yay! The facility is Yuri Cosmo's greatest achievement.
Oh, I didn't realize it was a personal achievement of just one guy. Oh, we did this.
Yes, it is. It was all him. Director Cosmo told me to say it just like that. It's actually a facility for space development. How could Director Cosmo teach you to lie, evil robot? I am sorry. I do not understand. Luke, what about the manila envelope? You didn't present that?
Why would she know anything about the autopsy?
I don't know.
Oh, wow, never mind. Hey, Ponko. Whoops.
Checking registered data. I know. It's the Hope capsule. It was carried inside the Hope probe.
It contained the asteroid samples, right?
Yes. It was designed to store these samples gathered by the Hope probe. It's been stored in the safe in Launchpad number 1 ever since it returned to Earth. It must not be removed! It must not be removed! Don't worry, Ponko. The people in charge already know what happened. They do. I must ask them later.
So the capsule was being kept in Launchpad number 1, huh? Maybe Clay was trying to carry it to safety after the explosion.
The Space Center staff must have been really excited to get the capsule back, huh? But it's a pity this incident occurred before they got a chance to check the contents.
Well, the police took it as evidence, so they'll have to wait a little longer. Hope capsule added to the court record.
I gave you information you shouldn't have had. Exterminate!
Okay, all right.
Sorry.
Well, we certainly learned a lot about the Space Museum.
Thank Thank you, Ponko. You've explained everything very well. I love to explain. Thank you for listening. There is no one here to listen to me all day.
Yeah, you two are old friends, huh? It's hard to believe you just actually met.
Haha! It's because Ponko is so friendly.
Well, what should we investigate next?
Let's go find Detective Fulbright. We have things to ask him about.
Alright, let's see. The security footage and the fingerprint data, was it? Alright, then let's head back to Launchpad number 1 corridor.
Bye, Ponko. See you later. Come again, and do not forget to visit the gift shop.
Poor Ponko. What a...
I think it means a Charles Dickens type life. Like a Dickensian life we are all forced to lead.
What?
Like Charles Dickens, like he always wrote about like sad lives. People
Alright,
who had sad lives.
What a sad life we're all forced to lead.
I'm gonna guess that's what is meaning here. Because I don't really know what else it could possibly mean.
I don't want to slip up and say something else.
Ponko is adorable, so is J Foxfire. Data not found about attorney's badge not found. Are you sure you're a real lawyer?
Back to...
Charles Dickens? Yeah, says Don Haka. Yeah. So yeah, I think, I don't know why I've never heard that word before, but I guess it means like a Charles Dickens type of life. So it'd be like a life that's sad.
It might be from the original translation. I don't know. Alright, here we go. Launchpad, corridor number 1.
What should I do? Which path is the path of justice?
There's Detective Fulbright. He seems to be lost, even though it's a straight corridor.
Let's hope he's still in a cooperative mood as well then, huh?
If he doesn't cooperate, then I'll just have to use my powers on him.
Right. You mean the lady in distress bit?
Yes.
Alright, we found a bullet hole at the scene. We found a bullet hole in the wall at the crime scene.
You did? Our team found that too. It was Detective Arm who fired that bullet.
Detective Arm?
That's right! A warning shot for the defendant!
Was it really such a high-threat situation that you needed to do that?
I'm afraid I don't know the details, what with Detective Arm gone and all.
But I thought there were 2 people who discovered the crime scene together!
We already know that Director Cosmos will testify, so tomorrow will be about what he knows.
Hey, you're pretty smart! That's exactly what we're planning to serve as the main course.
I hope it goes down easy. Alright, this is the fingerprint data.
Oh, wow, your avatar is from a space anime called Starzinger. Awesome, Don Haka. Very cool. I thought your avatar looked kind of familiar. I must have seen that somewhere, that character somewhere. Detective, we'd like to run a comparison on some prints we found on the boarding lounge.
Ah, yes! I just happen to have compiled the print data of everyone related to this case. I can always make another copy for myself, so it's all yours. Consider it a gift.
This is quite a bit of data.
Well, then I said everyone. I meant it. Prosecutor Blackwell said to dig deep, so I thought I did. It would sure took a while, though. Ha ha!
Wow, he got Apollos and my prints? He even got prints for all the robots.
I guess when Blackwell said to dig deep, Fulbright didn't bother to ask how deep.
Ah, Clay's fingerprints are here too.
I personally removed his glove during the investigation.
Oh my gosh.
We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity after all.
Oh my gosh, the dead guy's fingerprints. I still can't believe you took off his glove to get his fingerprints. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, well, you can't blame me for thinking they're important to this case. There are a lot of doors that require fingerprint verification in the lounge, so depending on whose prints we find, it can completely change the tide for both sides.
Makes sense after all, the culprit's prints did get them past the fingerprint locks somehow.
Oh, and take this picture. It might come in handy.
Oh, wow.
Isn't this just a photo of the Launchpad 1 door?
Yep, but Prosecutor Blackwell seemed really interested in it for some reason.
Huh? What's so important about this door?
Beats me, but boy, could you see the gears in his head go into hyperdrive at it.
Sounds like this is going to be a major point of contention tomorrow.
Wow. That's cool. So that's from a show that was actually popular a couple decades ago. Wow, that's awesome, Don Haka. Very cool. Awesome. Hey, don't forget about the print comparison, boss.
Oh yeah, Detective Fulbright. You think you could run the test for us right now?
You will just leave it to me, in justice we trust.
No more minigame.
I will have to check that show out. That sounds really fun, actually, Don. Very cool. Thanks for letting us
Okay,
know.
here we go. Well, it looks like it was Mr. Starbuck who opened that security door.
He must have opened it when he went to go board the rocket.
His heart must have been full of hopes and dreams for a space adventure right then.
Launchpad door 1 locked updated in the court record, so he opened it. Okay, I guess I have to present evidence.
I wish I could play a robot every day.
Alright, so present evidence. Fulbright.
I feel like the robot is angry now that we left because she needed someone to talk to. Imagine being a robot sitting there every day. You have to wait till a visitor comes by the Space Center. And, like, hardly anyone would come unless it was a group of field trip school children because, like, hardly anyone comes to museums and, like, random out-of-the-way places. Maybe they would get more people coming than I think.
Maybe. Alright, Hope Capsule.
Something for lost and found, I'll be sure to take it.
No. This is an important piece of evidence. Okay.
You wanted to do the robot, didn't you?
Something for lost and found?
No, you can't have this.
Something for lost and found?
No.
Something for lost and found? Nope. Okay.
Wow!
Something for lost and found? Wow, I'm getting...
Nope. Okay. Detective, about the security footage that was taken by the boarding lounge camera number 1.
Oh, that footage! Go ahead and ask me anything you'd like about it.
Is there any way I could see a little bit more part just after this?
Easy as pie. I'd be glad to show you. Here we go.
Yay! Whoa.
Huh? The screen went blank.
Yes, apparently after effects of the explosion damaged the wires. So there's no footage after this point. Ha 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 ha!
How convenient!
Why didn't you just say so from the beginning? Security camera footage updated in the court record.
What about before that point?
Something definitely seems to be up with you, Detective. You're unusually cooperative.
Yeah, you're on the side of the murderer!
Well, I just figured if we work together, we'll get that much closer to justice, right?
But it seems like something's really been bothering you, Detective. You don't have some ulterior motive, do you?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do anything like that.
Yeah, right, I don't believe you!
Uh-oh. Finally,
the
a minigame.
invisible spiritual chains all over you!
No, that was being only Phoenix. It's been a while, but those are definitely psyche locks.
Did you just mouth psyched? Is there something I should be psyched about?
No, psyche locks. It's a system of locks on secrets in a person's heart. I can see when people are trying to hide those secrets by using the power of this magnetama. Presenting evidence can break those locks and reveal any secrets they're hiding.
Mr. Wright, how much did they blink? You out of that piece of rock! Ha! Have you been swindled? I know some lawyers I can introduce you to.
I'm more than capable of representing myself, thank you very much.
Oh, you're Brie Larson now!
It isn't some kind of fraud. It really works. A friend gave it to me a long time ago. But I guess seeing is believing. Allow me to show you. Let's see what presenting the Magatama will reveal, shall we? Okay.
Alright. It's Psyche Lock time.
Are you calling Pearl a scammer? As if. Did Pearl present it, or did Maya present it? Mia.
It's Pearl time. Sorry, I think I need tea. Well, so far my favorite part of this case is Ponko the robot. Poor Ponko, she's the real victim in all of this. She has to wait day in and day out for someone to talk to at the Space Center.
Yeah, but she's just a robot.
I hope they let her go outside and sniff the flowers. She's locked up inside all day with no one to talk to. That's robot abuse!
Take that!
Why you're being so cooperative? I think you're hiding something, detective, so why don't you just tell us about it? What to do? Which path is the path of justice? Detective Fulbright is really in agony. I bet this is the issue he's torn up over. Life, love, justice.
Detective Fulbright has a love interest? I'm gonna guess it's justice because that's all he cares about. I think it's justice. What do you guys think? Life, love, or justice? In justice we trust!
Justice! I really understand what's been bothering you, Detective. I truly do. Something happened that goes against your principles, isn't that right?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Until the explosion occurred, everything was just fine.
Is that a fact?
Yup, peaceful as peaceful can be, everyone whistling a happy tune as they did their job. You never saw a more relaxed guard detail for a routine rocket launch.
I don't think the guard detail was as relaxed as you claim, as long as this exists. What? The knife?
He said that there was a relaxed guard detail. What is the report around that time? Like, how did was there a report listing what was happening at the time? Maybe that could contradict it. Well, there's the bomb report, and there's another report.
An evacuation report.
Oh, wow, look at that. Riot police had been standing guard. Wait, didn't it say that?
Yep.
I thought it did.
Alright, we'll try it.
I don't know, I guess we can try that.
Before the explosions, what was supposed to happen here was a rocket launch. And yet the security was so tight they even brought in a special task force. I'd hardly describe that as a relaxed guard detail.
Whoa!
Now, hold on just a moment. The entire nation had their eyes on this extremely important rocket launch! That's why I was called in on special security detail.
As versatile as you are, I can certainly believe that's true. But I say it's very strange that this person would be a part of the detail from the outset. Be the dead detective. Candace.
Yeah, why would she be there? I don't know.
Take that!
Detective Arm specialized in bomb cases. The fact that she was here on hand
Oh, that's weird.
means that you people knew there was the possibility that a bombing would occur.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
you got me, Mr. Wright!
And they went ahead with it anyway? Oh, wow. Disturbing.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh.
What
Wow.
you can't say. Now his demeanor's changed.
All right, I concede. You win. It's just as you say. A few days before launch, they were warned about potential bombing. But the plan to launch went ahead in spite of the threat.
But why? What were they planning to do if someone got hurt or killed?
Yeah, I know. The decision to move forward wasn't exactly just, was it?
How was the warning delivered, by the way?
By phone and directly to Director Cosmos. Oh, but the police department instructed everyone to keep it under wraps.
That's a big thing to keep quiet about. No wonder you're so upset.
But it's not only that. I've been distraught about Prosecutor Blackwell as well.
Prosecutor Blackwell? Well, as his handler, I'm sure you have a lot of difficulties.
That's not it. It's a question of justice. I've been worried about why he's allowed to stand in court.
The reason he's still prosecuting? Detective Fulbright, please tell us everything you know!
Oh.
Prosecutor Blackwell.
Well, talking to you folks about it would definitely be breaking the rules.
Never mind the rules! Screw the rules! What are rules but for breaking?
Well, to tell you the truth, having a prisoner act as a prosecutor is highly irregular.
Yeah, I think we guessed that much.
Yeah, it is.
So why is it being allowed? I've been wondering and wondering about it.
So why weren't you told why? I mean, so you weren't told why either?
No, I guess the order came from pretty high up the ladder.
Yeah, it would. Have to.
But the Prosecutor Blackwell told me once. The hunt I've been on for the Phantom of 7 years past continues even still.
7 years past?
A phantom, huh? Not one of the friendly variety either, I gather. Haunted for 7 years.
A ghost story? Oh no, it's an actual person.
This phantom of 7 years past, any idea who or what it was he was talking about?
Not a clue. But he seems to think that this phantom is behind the whole incident somehow.
Wait a minute, he thinks they may be connected to this case?
Yep. This case was way too many similarities to what happened 7 years ago. For starters, that case happened right here at this very space center, too. And in both incidents, a threat was issued via telephone.
So that's why Prosecutor Blackwell thinks the incident is the work of the Phantom.
Well, that's not the entire reason. I mean, if you want to talk about 7 years ago, oh... That's when Prosecutor Blackwell was found guilty of murder. That messy case is what started the whole dark age of law. You see how this Phantom and Prosecutor Blackwell's conviction might be related?
Yeah, I can see why he'd think that. This incident and the Phantom, not to mention Blackwell's past, it's almost inconceivable that they would come to a head here.
Inconceivable? This might sound crazy, but... Prosecutor Blackwell can't possibly believe Mr. Starbuck is this Phantom person, right? I mean, he was acting kind of strange during the last trial and all.
Prosecutor appears to be ready as well.
Silence!
Whoa. Somebody's having a rough day.
Not yet. I'm not quite ready yet.
Somebody needs their coffee.
Ah!
Oh my gosh.
Again? No, I doubt he thinks Mr. Starbuck is his Phantom, but I do get the feeling that he thinks the defendant has ties to them. Which is why he's acting so impatient! He's got a personal grudge against Mr. Starbuck. And that's not real justice!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying!
I've always trusted in Prosecutor Blackwell's judgment until now. But this time, I'm just so overwrought about it all. If he's lost his ability to think rationally, I'm afraid it might lead to a false conviction.
I've never seen Detective Fulbright so tormented. This must be why he's been so cooperative. Don't worry, that's exactly what we defense lawyers are working to prevent.
Yeah!
I feel bad for Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm going to be rooting for your team this time.
What?
But don't tell him I said that. You have to promise me that you won't!
Detective Fulbright, I guess I was wrong about you.
Our lips are sealed!
I swore to reform Prosecutor Blackwell and make him a valued member of society again. So I can't just sit by and watch him give in to his emotions and tear the defendant apart. You are the only ones who can stop him in court.
Help us, Phoenix, Obi-Wan Kenobi, your only hope. You really care and want what's best for Prosecutor Blackwell, don't you, Detective?
Leave the courtroom to us. It's not like we've won a guilty verdict either.
I was hoping you would say that. I'm really grateful to the two of you. To show my thanks, I'll give you another bit of information. It's about the eyewitness. I saw her hanging around the Space Center entrance a while ago.
Really? Then let's go find her, Mr. Wright.
Thanks to you two, I feel a bit better now that I've been able to get this off my chest.
Don't worry, we'll tell Blackwell everything.
I'm going to work extra hard to find that perfect piece of evidence for you. In justice we trust on 3. 1, 2, 3. In justice we trust. Okay. See you later. Ha ha ha. Justice.
There he goes.
Wait, were we supposed to say in justice we trust back there too?
I did. I don't know what you were doing, Phoenix. Let's go see the witness now.
Alright, the Space Center entrance it is.
In justice we trust us, Crossfighter. In justice we trust us, OH.
Alright.
Could he have been framed, says Mario Basketball?
Probably.
Why would the cops keep all that stuff under wraps? I don't know, Jessica.
I guess we'll find out.
That guy is like a Hanna-Barbera character, says Don.
Yep. The witness must be around here somewhere.
Oh, it's a man robot.
Hello? Hello? Uh-oh. Don't tell me the witness is a robot.
Oh, no. Hello? Come over here, you little robot.
Hello? Hello? Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you... I am Clone Co. Shall I guide you.
I don't know why, but this robot is kind of freaking me out, boss.
Kill
like
all
Brainiac.
humans. Humans die.
Hey, you're not supposed to be wandering around. Oh my gosh. Again? I've had it with you, hunk of junk. Oh, man.
I'm outside. I am wondering, when did that happen?
Wow, this is huge robot abuse. Okay, welcome back, hunk of junk. You don't know how close you came. If you didn't snap out of it, I was gonna put you on the curb on trash day. Nothing works better than a 42.5 degree karate chop!
That's pretty Pacific. Excuse me, are you the one who witnessed the murder? Oh, and I'm Phoenix Wright, the lead attorney for this case. How you do?
Big shot lawyers, huh? I'm Aura Blackwell. I'm a researcher developing robots here at the Cosmos Space Center.
Wait, did you say her last name was Blackwell?
That's right, I did.
Blackwell? Could she be...
That's right, I'm Prosecutor Blackwell's mom. And this good-for-nothing robot is named Hunk of Junk.
Either his wife or sister. My name isn't Hunk of Junk. My name is Clone Co. That's mean, Miss Aurora. Ow, ow, ow.
Quit complaining. Your model number is Punko 2.
Yeah, but Miss Aurora, everyone calls me Clone Co. Ow.
Quit your squawking already.
Ow, get out of my brain. No, what are you doing? No, don't do that.
Disassemble, Clonko! There. I bet you won't be talking back now.
Guy will obey completely.
That's right.
Yikes! I better watch out what wires I cross with this one.
Oh my gosh! This lady is evil! You have taken a robot life!
Your last name. Your last name is Blackwell. Do you have a relative in the legal profession? You are correct. Simon Blackwell, who used to be a prosecutor, is... Ow!
Shut up! Only speak when I ordered you to speak. Simon is my little brother. You know him?
Yeah, we met him in the court a few times. Right, Athena?
What a dull creature. Has her switch been turned off?
Athena being shy? This is new.
Oh yeah, I heard he was prosecuting again, despite being a prisoner. Why doesn't he just stick to solving disputes among inmates in prison, right? Ha! Hey, what do you think, hunk of junk?
Are you going to hit me some— Ow! Gosh, why? It hurts so much.
I'm asking you a question! Why don't you answer me, useless hunk of junk?
This is robot abuse. But Miss Aurora, you told me to only speak when you order me to speak. Ow!
I told you
Why?
to never talk
Please
back to
get
me.
out of my head.
You're worth more
I need these precious
as
memories.
scrap.
Robot abuse, hawk attacks, Blackwell family life must sure be interesting.
Well, do you have any other questions for me? Wait, of course you do. You're a lawyer. Huh. It's not like I'm on Simon's side or anything. I just want to get this over with, okay?
The witness. Alright, so, you're the person who witnessed the incident?
That's right. I was on the 4th floor of the main building, in the robotics lab. The explosion disabled the elevators, so I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to do. But it was such a pain. Why couldn't they have used the ladders in the other rooms?
Must have been a very troubling experience. Probably best to just humor her here.
Then, as I passed by the 3rd door boarding lounge number 1 window on my way down, I saw the crime as it happened. And that's about it.
So you saw the crime as it happened, and that's about it? I see.
Yeah.
Wait, what? You saw it being committed? This is no time to just nod and repeat. So you say you saw... So, you saw into the 3rd floor lounge? The very scene of the crime.
That's right. There's a small window on the right-hand side of the room. I looked through that from the outside. The room was pitch black, but I saw a shady figure holding a lighter in their left hand. And a knife in their right hand.
Notice how they're not wearing a spacesuit.
Yeah, that's weird.
That must have been the culprit. Did you see who that person was?
Of course not. The power was out on that floor then, and there was only that tiny window.
I see. But you did witness the moment of the murder.
Yes, I saw the figure with the lighter raise their knife and...
Yes? Ow.
It happened at precisely 10 a.m.
Did you witness anything else? Did the killer have any distinguishing features?
I
Ow.
already told you.
Why?
It was pitch black in there.
Please.
Although, I did notice that the lighter the person had in their left hand had a pretty ornament on it.
Robot abuse.
It looked like a planet. It was blue, like a little Earth emblem.
Ow.
They had good taste in their knickknacks anyway.
Why do you have a laser gun? An Earth emblem on a lighter. I'd better remember that. Alright, Aurora's statement. Court record. Thank you for your statement. We'll definitely prove Mr. Starbuck's innocence with it.
Ha! Ha ha ha! Yeah, right. I won't hold my breath.
Pardon me?
Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Sorry. I just detest lawyers, that's all.
What don't you like about lawyers?
It's just an instinctive dislike. But don't feel bad. I hate prosecutors even more.
That didn't make me feel any better, actually. Why you hate lawyers? So, why do you hate lawyers so much, huh?
A little thing from my past.
Okay. Ow.
The whole legal system is meaningless in the first place.
I certainly don't agree.
I mean, people are imperfect. They lie. They're influenced by silly emotions. You can't expect such imperfect creatures to uphold a reasonable system of law. I like robots much better. Even sad sacks like this one.
Yeah.
Hey, you look alive there!
Oh, yes, here I go. I am the ultimate robot with amazing. I can operate in a vacuum in a heat of space. Robots rule the world. Now,
All right, that's enough out of you. You're getting a little too carried away.
No. What was I doing?
Yep, I like robots much better. At least you can make them any way you want them. Unlike humans with their petty emotions and constant worries.
Why is the music ominous?
How can you say such things? Feeling emotions, worrying about the things we care about? That's what makes us human. Well, the girl finally talks, and she starts with a speech. That's what makes us human. You mean getting angry and snorting like that? Rational thought. That's what separates humans from animals. Unfortunately, your reasoning capabilities are much more akin to that of a clever little monkey, little girl. But that's nothing to be ashamed of. It must be nice to have such a simple mind. Can I punch her, boss?
Get a hold of yourself, Athena.
Humans certainly are absurd. I said you were clever, didn't I? Poor thing. Tell me, with people like you in charge, how can I possibly trust the legal system,
Ooh. So she distrusts not only lawyers, but prosecutors, but the whole legal system? What in the world happened to this woman to make her so bitter?
Even if somebody important to me was killed, I would never wish to see their killer brought to trial. Because I'd much rather kill them myself. You can't be serious. Huh? That thing you're wearing around your neck. Oh, this,
Around Athena's neck, does she mean widget?
Oh, I get it. Wow. Her Royal Highness has returned at last to her castle.
A royal what is she talking about, Athena?
By the way, I heard the rumors. Our director is going to be the star witness in court tomorrow, right?
Director Cosmo? Yeah, that's right.
Huh.
Ow.
You poor things. You'd better be careful. That old man is a big liar and a huge braggart.
What?
He might seem like a bigwig, but the center has all kinds of problems. He has a lot of skeletons in his closet. But it's your problem, not mine, so why should I care?
Wait, that's a squirt gun?
It's like a water gun, I think.
So she shoots him and he gets electrocuted.
I think so.
Wow. What is it? No friendly tips? No good luck, guys? Just splendid.
Huh. I'll leave you to your woes.
Ow.
Come on, hunk of junk.
White again. Abuse.
Oh. Boss.
It's sad to see that she doesn't believe in our legal system no more. She must have had a very bad experience to make her feel that way. Are you alright, Athena? You seem very down.
I just can't believe what she said! All those things!
Wow, she's really upset, huh? Has she been trying to not let it show all this time? Well, I guess it's not all that surprising. You hear about that fabricated evidence and false indictments on the news all the time.
You mean that whole dark age of the law nonsense? I'm so sick of hearing about that!
Yeah, well, all we can do is believe in what we're doing, right?
Yeah, you're right, boss. I agree.
Maybe it's time we went back to see Mr. Starbuck.
Good idea! We should tell him about the bullet and Miss Blackwell's statement.
Alright, well then, next stop, the detention center. Nope, that'll be next time. Alright, guys and gals, so we managed to get 600 views in 2 hours. That's the best we can do. So you guys want another stream of this tomorrow? 1,000 views, so 700, 800, 900, 1,000. 400 views by 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we set up our live stream. So if you guys want another episode, we got to see some, some hustle with this. Last time it took you guys 2 days. Let's see if you can do it in 24 hours. Or, not 24 hours. It'd be like 17, or 15 hours. Was it 15 hours? Till 7 a.m.? What time would it be till 7?
7 in the morning, it's gonna be 12, like 13 hours.
13 hours? 13 hours, okay.
Well, actually 12 hours.
Oh, 12 hours, okay. Yeah, because we set up our streams and stuff 7 in the morning.
That was very sus that she literally said out loud she'd rather kill somebody herself.
I think the other female astronaut is dead.
Something really weird about that. You should never say that out loud to anybody.
Because notice how the other female astronaut isn't still working here. So I think that one of the crew members died 7 years ago. So there were 3 crew members, and you only have 2 that are left, and of course the director. No, I want to exit. Why won't you let me exit? You haven't saved your game. Yes, I have. My gosh, this is annoying.
She is a really cool character, though, but I think she might be evil, because it's very sus to say something like that, that you would rather kill somebody yourself. That's disturbing.
Yep. Alright, guys, so in order for Final Fantasy to start up, 40 likes is needed. I don't know how many likes we're on Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy has 25 likes, so that means I have about 5-6 minutes to get something to eat. So, thank you guys for watching. We hope you guys are able to get another episode of Ace Attorney. But if not, we have something else to cover tomorrow. There's a brand new Star Wars game coming out, so don't feel like there won't be anything at 4. And thank you guys for watching. Alright guys, see you on the next stream. God bless, happy gaming. Good luck.
See ya! Thanks for watching!